Hello and happy Saturday. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. It is May 31st, and my goodness gracious, the year is flying by. How are you doing? How is your heart? How's your mind? How is your life going? How are things going for you? Well, I don't always come on a lot. Yesterday I tried to record and I was not able to record. So today I'm going to share a message, and I hope that it is a blessing. God was like saying, yeah, you got to put that one out. And you know that needs to go out and be recorded. So the message is as follows. Sometimes you dig and you dig and you dig and you dig and you look and you look and you look and you look and you're searching and you're searching and you're moving and you're praying and you're doing everything to make things back whole again. Thanks be to God. But you missed something really important. An important piece to bring everything together is missing, okay? And that piece is as follows. God does not give you what you need until you let go of all the things you want. Oh my God, Dawn, what are you saying? Are you saying that the dreams and the hopes? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the things you need, God does not release them until you let go of the things you want. What are the things you want? They are driven by ego. They are driven by emotions. They are driven by your flesh, right? And what are the things you need? The things are God-given. They're divine. So for example, no, I'm not going to use that as an example. I will say this, that usually the things that you need in your life are the things that you kind of are like, no, that's not what I really want. But that's what you really need. God knows your heart. He knows your life, the beginning, the middle, and the end. A lot of times people find it hard to accept this fact. You are walking, living in this body, but this life, this temple, does not belong to you. It will one day be left, your spirit will rise, and it will be returned back to God. And in front of God, there will be conversations, right? On the direction that you will go next, okay? So for people that are looking to either come into a relationship, biblically you know that the man is the one that finds a wife, right? It's biblical. He who finds a wife finds what? Finds a good thing and finds what? Favor with God. A man that finds a good woman, he not only finds a good woman, but he finds favor with God. That is precious. Women, you have to learn how to discern. If you don't let go of what's been passed down from grandma, from auntie, from sister, from cousin, it's all going to continue the cycle. Same thing for men. If you don't undo and relearn a new, better pattern, then you're going to continue getting the recycled of what happened in your grandfather's life, what happened in your father's life, what happened in your brother's life, what happened in your cousin's life. Guess what? You're not going to live your life. The life that God gave to you and trusted to you, because you're too busy reliving other patterns of behavior. Call back your energy. Call back your life, what rightfully has been given to you and trusted to you, and align with God. Okay? Align with God. God is so patient. Think about where you would actually be without God. You have a roof over your head. You've got food on the table. Okay, fine. Maybe you don't have the billionaire mansion at this moment, but maybe you're working towards that. Maybe it's a dream to provide security, not only for yourself, but your family, and you're working hard towards that. I get that. Maybe you'd like to find a husband or a wife. Start with this first. He or she who honors their life and is honoring not only their life, but honors and respects God and follows the way of God, that's the one. Everything else, it's just it's going to be a work in progress. I'm not saying that, sometimes it's like, how do we know that we know? But what about the person that I got involved with and they did go to God, but they were like the narcissist or whatever? Then the problem is not them, but it's you, and you need to be aligned with God, and you need to pray, you need to fast, you need to learn discernment. Sometimes I've heard it said, un clavo saca al otro. One nail takes out another nail. No. I have the problem with the hammer. That's my problem, the hammer, because the hammer is the one that's getting the nail, and that pulls the nail, and that brings another one. So sometimes the nail is not the problem; it's the hammer. Got it? Let's see what else. Your heart is so precious, and I wish that I could say that you're going to walk in this life and your feelings are never going to be hurt. Probably one of the hardest things to do, but one of the ones that are best to do, is don't expect anything. Don't let nothing surprise you. If you're doing things according to God's will, then you know what? It's like I always say, God, handle your children, because they're not mine. That's kind of the way I kind of blanket. You got a person that's got an attitude problem. You got someone that's, really needs an attitude readjustment or a life. You know what? God, handle that. I just keep going forward, moving forward and upward. Okay. What else do I want to share? The importance of prayer. There is great power in prayer. Be thankful. There's a lot of people that you may know that are praying for you, and there's people that are not praying well for you. And those are the ones you probably got to pray just a tad bit harder for, because that's not God's way. Not at all. Someone who's praying for your downfall is already down themselves. And that is a no-no. Pray for your enemies. Perhaps nobody's praying for them. Pray for them. But Dawn, that person hurt me, but that person, raped me, that person abused me, that person abused my child, that person killed me, that person robbed me. Pray for them. I'm not saying that you got to be best friends. I'm not saying that whatever happened did not happen, but prayer, because you need to break a spiritual cord of anger, okay? Because you don't want that coming into your life. And unforgiveness is pretty deep, and it could affect you. It could affect your health. It could affect your wealth. It could affect your opportunities. It could affect your plans for your future. Because why? It's not in God's kingdom. Oh, Dawn, you're asking me to be a saint. You're asking me to get... Yeah, that's what God has called us. To each and every one of us, to let go and just give it to God. I mean, let's face it. Why did Jesus die on the cross? Because someone wanted to nail him there? No. Understand the story, okay, which is real. And when you understand the reason for Jesus' death, that he was the final sacrifice, okay, he who knew no sin, who died on the cross for the sins of the world, so we can once again, have a relationship with God. Because before, years ago, people were like, they're sacrificing animals for the land and the villages, and then once they sacrificed everything, then everybody went back to their normal way of doing things. Kind of sounds familiar. So give your life to God. You know, I'm not going to say there is no consequences to your sin. There are consequences. There is going to be consequences. But when you're walking with God and you're with him and he's with you and you guys are one, that desert is not lonely. It is not lonely. I shared a few days ago, maybe a week ago, of how God, my first time in a boxing ring. I don't box physically. I love boxing though. The sport is great. I don't box physically, but spiritually I've been in a ring. And the first time in a ring, did I get my butt kicked. I mean, really. But I remember before walking into the ring, God was already there waiting for me. And it wasn't the audience of everybody else that I was looking and I was needing. It was God himself that I was crying to, that I was yearning for God to be present and to help me. And so even if I have to go back into the ring or into an oven to get cooked a little bit, I still like my sweet treats. I know that in the oven, in a boxing ring, God is already inside. And if you trust in God, that no matter what's going on, but you trust him and you do the right thing, you're not perfect. I get it. I encourage everyone to go to confession. The priest is not God. Yes, the priest is not God, but we go to God. That's the order. God laid down the order how things were to be done. And that's the biggest problem. That'll be another message for another story. The reason why we all go there, here, there, and everywhere is because we are a rebellious people. We do not like order. Think about it. When you give an order in your house to your children or to someone, please do this at 1, 2, 3, 4. You are asking them to follow those orders. And God is the same way. He is a God of order. He is not man to lie. He says to follow the order. If God says this is blue, it's blue. Stop questioning. Stop questioning God's word. And that's one of the biggest problems we have. Or we compromise. We compromise because we don't want to hurt feelings. Well, guess what? You're destroying a life by not telling them the truth. Okay? If someone says, I am going to do this, this, and this, and you know in your heart it's wrong, and you just stand there and look at them, what kind of a friend are you, or a loved one? No, this is wrong. This is not what God would want you or need you to do, I should say. Even I'm stuck sometimes on the want word. God needs us to come to him. I've said this to my children, or I was having this conversation with my oldest son. I'm not sure if he'll listen to this video, but if he does, yes, I love you. There's a point. Don't come to me. Go to Father. God has the answer. He knows your beginning, your middle, and your end. Okay? Everything, all the details. Whatever you're thinking about, he knows. Whatever you've been through, he knows. Whatever tear that has come out of your eyes and hit the ground, guess what? Your tears have not hit the ground until they have hit the hem of Jesus Christ. So God knows all things. There is nothing that God does not know, and there is nothing that God will not do for you. If he went for the one sheep, he'll go for you too. God bless you. Bye-bye.